We know that Flunstellers are flocks, clusters and constellations of ideas, emotions and memories. We know that they're all around us. But what do they look like? What do they sound like? And what do they mean? We asked a group of specialists from arts, science and wellbeing backgrounds to spend some time thinking about these questions and to share what they found as 10-minute presentations. The Flunconference was hosted at FACT, the Foundation for Art and Creative Technology, as part of the Knowledge Lives Everywhere exhibition.
I just want to congratulate Neil for creating this amazing event, and I'm sure the Flunstellers in this room are going to be very amazed with all these very interesting people here. So I'm really honoured to be here, and thank you for inviting me. I'm a dancer. I met Neil when I was teaching parapsychology, and that's when I come across the idea of Flunstellers, because the students give a presentation. And Neil did about Flunstellers, and I could really see the interface between a lot of ideas in parapsychology and Neil's concepts. I apply a lot of those ideas from psychology and parapsychology to my dance practice. I've been dancing since I was 5, and my main form is Middle Eastern dance, but I also do other forms as well. What I'm going to perform for you today is like a fusion of various dance pieces. I do improvised dance. Middle Eastern dance is generally an improvised dance, which means that the moves just seem to come out of nowhere and are influenced by the environment that one's in, the music, but also the people, the ideas and emotions of other people. Definitely influence my movement, who I feel I am at that point. Because I don't think, right, I'm going to do this now. It just kind of comes. And I've had some very interesting and metaphysical experiences, particularly with Middle Eastern audiences, where I've kind of really lost myself through my dance. I do dance as a form of healing, but I've done dance in a lot of different settings. I've done dance for psychiatric patients, women's aid, for people in hospices and things like that, which has been really amazing. And I think that the thought constellations that I generate through my physical body, which come out through my physical body, has a very powerful effect on even passive recipients. So, for example, when I've done things in hospices with people that are very, very ill, it's been a very beautiful experience, because I have existed inside of their disabled body. My fit, strong body has existed inside of them. So because of that identification, because of that transference of me to them, they've experienced a feeling of wellness and health during that time, which has been a very beautiful thing for me to be engaged in. This is a beautiful poem by one of my favourite poets, the medieval Persian Muslim poet Rumi. He says, "Dancing is not getting up at any time, painlessly, like a speck of dust blown around on the wind. Dancing is when you rise above both worlds, tearing your heart to pieces and giving up your soul." So dance is a very beautiful and a very special thing, which, although it is the body is the vehicle of dance, it is affected by other things in the environment, including the thoughts, feelings and emotions of those who watch. Because the only place I can exist as a dancer is inside of the audience, because where else can I possibly be than inside of your mind? Where else can you be in me? it's just inside my mind and my body and my general being. This is where we all exist. There's no out there. There's just really in here. And Rumi has explored that philosophy in a lot of detail, and if anyone hasn't come across his work, I recommend that you get into him, because he's beautiful. The self and the body are experienced. The dancer can feel like there are multiple selves. My sense of self has been completely changed during dance, improvised dance. It's not like, there's a plan, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. For example, there was one event I was at, it was about 10 years ago. It was for a Turkish night, and there's hundreds of Turkish people there. And I did actually feel like I was going to die of heart failure, and I could not stop. My body just became a marionette that was possessed by the will of the group, will of the audience, which wanted me to do more and more very aerobic, very gymnastic, very crazy things, which my little body was like, and I really do think that I was quite close to actually collapsing. And there's a video, and you can see where the colour just drains, and I'm like, oh my God, I literally felt like I just had no control. And this is the interesting thing, like the divide between myself, my body. We think that it's just like this is me and this is you. But metaphysics, quantum physics, and a lot of the new ideas about consciousness seem to be telling us more and more and more that the idea of self and other is illusory. People often think dance is just like a form of entertainment. It's just like it's a kind of fun thing to do. But it's actually very, very interesting, and I'm very connected to consciousness. I mean, a lot of people in this country think dance is like that, or something, yeah, I'm drunk, well, we'll go really crazy now. But to me, dance is not about that. Dance sometimes feels painful. Like, recently I was asked to dance at the wedding of a beautiful Iraqi woman, but she's in a lot of pain because her parents couldn't be here, and she was only very young. A lot of Arab girls are quite young when they get married, and she's very beautiful. She had a lot of makeup on, a beautiful white dress. But I felt like when it's traditional to dance with the bride, and I felt like, and this happens sometimes, is that I felt her stuff, her being, her pain, and I just felt like I was one that was expressing it to all the other women, because, as you may know, a lot of Middle Eastern events, there are actually no men there. It's just like women, and it's a very, no one's drinking, nothing like that, so everyone's really clear-minded. So when you get into that like dance space with those people, you really, really interact. I've had such close, intimate conversations through my body with other women who don't speak English. I don't really speak Arabic, but yet we've really connected with our energies, because they really understand about improvising, about being in the moment, and about expressing joy and pain and things like that through physical movement. Okay, I'm just going to do my piece now, because I didn't realise I'd talk so much, but I just wanted to mention that a lot of the ideas in quantum physics, like the work of Sheldrake and Radron, who's a parapsychologist, suggests that the implicate order makes distant healing possible. And I'm using, and perhaps this applies as well to Neil's concept of Flunconference, that the process of entanglement, of connecting, creates a very real connection. And that's it really. Anyway, I'm just going to actually, I prefer to just show you what I mean through my dancing, but I'd really like to do an experiment, if that's possible. I would like you to like feel maybe some like emotional narratives or things like that, and just see if you can affect the way I move, if you can like think about something that you want me to do. Okay, not pornographic or embarrassing for me, please. Or maybe, who cares? Okay, I'm just going to strip first, if that's all right. Hope you don't mind. Shukran.